Hello, this is Priscilla, and welcome to the Conversational Hour. I'm happy to be here with you for the full hour, and we are going to talk about what it is required to reduce perhaps the stress in your life without eating yourself and gaining perhaps too much weight or whatever it might be. I want you to be able to develop lots of vocabulary from our reading today. I hope that you will enjoy everything that we do. And keep in mind that I realize that English is a difficult language to learn. In addition to learning English, you will have to battle with the conversations that go on in your head between your native language and what you're trying to learn. My strategy is one that will not require you to memorize anything. You will not have to necessarily know how to spell anything. I want you to use the images that I will provide for you to build context for the content of the story. And once you have a repertoire of a great deal of vocabulary, you will be able to extend that into languages, a content matter that is much more difficult to comprehend than what we will deal with in our mini stories. This is what the research says. Research says that approximately 341 million native English speakers, which I am one of, have and experience a problem with speaking excellent English. I'm not coming to you today proposing that I'm going to speak everything in perfect grammar, but what I say to you hopefully will be understandably clear. And this is what I want to help you do and accomplish. I want to help you speak clearly and comprehensively. With that said, I'm going to now open up the forum to see who is here with us today and what questions or comments there are that you would like to add or ask. Hello, Adela. How are you today? It's my pleasure to see you and be with you today. Hi, Adela.
Fine, thanks.
How are you?
Hello.
It's
Fine,
good to
thanks. And you?
good. I'm great. It's good to see you. And Antonio, it is good to see you as well. How are you, Antonio?
Hello, Priscilla. I'm fine, thanks. You?
Great. I am doing great. Thank you for asking. And this is a typical communication way to greet someone when you say, hello, as Antonio says to me, hello, Priscilla, how are you? I say, in return, that I'm fine, how are you? We're not really wanting to know that this morning I woke up and I had a headache, I had to take the dog outside and the dog ran down the street. We're not really interested in that. We just want that general, hey, how are you doing? I'm fine. How are you? And from there, we proceed. So thank you very much for responding correctly. Hello, Negan. How are you? And welcome to class. How are you, Negan? Negan, how are you?
Uh, I'm
You're
fine.
doing
Thank
great.
you.
Good. Good. All
I
right.
enjoyed three class.
Yes, you have been following me all day today, and this is Negan's third class with me today. I'm excited, and I'm so impressed with your improvement, Negan. I cannot tell you how much I am impressed with your ability to communicate better. Those of you that will listen to Negan today, you may think that it is not clear, but it is so much clearer than it was 2 classes ago. So with each class, she is improving by leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds is an idiom which means she's making a huge amount of improvement. Where she was here with no improvement, or maybe I should say here, and she's getting closer and closer to bridging the opportunity to achieve her goal. With that said, I'm going to now share my screen with you. I'm going to take my image down and share my screen. I want you to let me know when you are able to see what is on my screen. The topic for today is stress eating. It should be coming up momentarily. I'm going to give each of you a number, and from that number you will read. Are you able to see stress eating on the screen clearly?
Yes, I see clearly.
Fantastic. So we will begin. I'm going to give you a number, and you will use your number to read. We will start with, well, let me see again who is here. Adela is here. Adela, you will be number 1. Antonio, you will be number 2.
Okay.
And Negan, you will be number 3.
Okay.
Adela has just dropped off, so we will start with Antonio. Antonio, what I would like for you to do is just to read what you see. Please use the pictures to help you understand what is going on in the passage that you're reading. Antonio. Okay, Antonio, you may start.
Okay. Well, I have to read.
Yes, please, if you would read.
Okay. Stress. Stress don't sleep. No, stress eating sounds like a serious eating condition, and it can be the case for many individuals. However, for those who think stress eating is not a problem for them, they may be stress snacking and not even be aware they are doing it. The term stress snacking is seemingly less perilous sounding than stress eating, but that is not necessarily the case. Snacking on chips, crackers, chocolate bars, and other sugar-laden snacks when stressed is unhealthy for many reasons. First, there's the fact that these snacks are unhealthy and are loaded with carbs, salt, and sugar. These foods harden arteries and lead to weight gain over time sometimes, known as obesity. Secondly, snacking during periods of stress is habit forming.
Okay, thank you for reading. Let's take a look, Antonio, at a few words. Loaded, loaded. Can you say the word loaded?
Loaded.
Very good.
Loaded. Okay.
And this word is perilous. Can you say perilous? Perilous. Perilous.
Perilous.
Now, Antonio, when we look at this word perilous, look at the picture and tell me, what do you think perilous actually means?
I don't know, but
okay, look at the picture.
Lion?
Yeah, it's a lion, but what it's showing that it's dangerous. Something is dangerous. Perilous means dangerous.
Okay.
So what does perilous mean? Perilous means something that is dangerous. What does perilous mean? What does perilous mean, Antonio? Perilous means something dangerous.
Okay, perilous means that, something dangerous.
Very good. Perilous is something dangerous. So they're telling us that stress eating is dangerous. Stress eating is dangerous. Stress eating is perilous to our health. Stress eating is perilous to our health. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. What are some things that are perilous to our health, Antonio? What are some things? What are some foods? What are some foods that are?
I think it is hydrates of carbon.
Well, these are things that are dangerous to our health. Bananas, bread, pasta. Now, it isn't dangerous if you eat a little, but if you eat a lot of it, you can't eat a lot. You can eat some of it, but you can't eat too much of it. So what are some things that are, what are some foods that are dangerous or perilous to our health? What are some things that are perilous to our health? Chips, crackers, chocolate bars, those are things that are perilous to our health. Antonio, what are some things that are perilous to our health?
Yeah, is perilous of the health. For example, chips, crackers, chocolate bars. Products who are loaded with carbohydrates.
Very good. Very good. And what happens is that the arteries in the body become hard. These are hardened arteries. And they lead to what? What does it lead to? What does it lead to when we eat a lot of calories? What does it lead to? What happens? What happens?
you have more weight.
Very
You
good.
gain more weight.
You gain more weight. And when you gain a lot of weight, you are obese. When you
You
gain a
could.
lot of weight, you become obese, and that is known as obesity. See how
Uh-huh.
fat this man is? That is called obesity.
Mhm.
That is called obesity. What is another word for becoming very fat, Antonio?
Obesity. Obese.
Obesity. Obesity.
Obesity. Obesity. Okay.
Very good. Obesity. Now, I want you to read this without the pictures, Antonio.
Mhm.
Read this without the pictures.
Uh,
Start reading now, please. We need
okay.
to.
We need to lose weight, she said. He said, What do you mean we? She said, I mean you and me.
Mhm.
uh, I'm 10 pounds overweight, and
20,
so
20. I'm
ah,
20.
sorry. I'm 20 pounds overweight, and so are you. We have to worry about diabetes, That
Diabetes.
happens,
Diabetes.
diabetes, That happens to people who gain weight and don't exercise. He said, we get plenty of exercise walking around the city. Remember walking up to Central Park last week? She said, yes, but we only do that about once a month. We should stop eating ice cream, candy, cake, cookies, and cupcakes. He said, you forgot pie, okay? Shall we start next month? She laughed. She said, today is only the first day of the month. Let's start tomorrow. He agreed. He put on his shoes. She asked, where are you going? He said, where do you think? I'm going shopping. We need to spark on sweets all night before the suffering starts tomorrow.
Okay, thank you for reading, Antonio.
Okay.
Now I will hear
Hi,
from
Priscilla.
Negan. Would you read for us? Negan? Negan, please read for us.
Priscilla, I'm here. I
Okay,
Yes,
return.
thank you, Adela. Okay, thank you. Negan?
yes, eating sounds like a serious eating condition, and it can be the case for many individuals. However, for those who think stress eating is not a problem for them, they may be stress snacking and not even be aware they are doing it. The term stress eating is seemingly less perilous sounding than stress eating, but that is not necessarily the case. Nesting chips, regular chocolate bars, and other sugar-laden nuts and treats is unhealthy for many reasons, but there's the fact that these snacks are unhealthy are loaded with carbs and salt and sugar. These foods harden arteries and lead to weight gain over time, sometimes known as obesity. Secondly, nesting during periods of stress is habit forming.
Look at these. Look at these words, Negan. That word is
Yes,
snacking. Can you say snacking?
snacking,
Very good.
snacking.
This word, I know that you know this word, but I didn't hear the T. That,
That,
that.
that, that.
Good. Necessarily, necessarily.
Necessarily,
Great.
necessarily.
Snacks.
Snacks,
I want to,
snacks,
I want to hear the S on this word. Snacks. Snacks.
snacks,
Snacks.
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 Okay.
Snacks.
Yes. Nats. Okay. Carbs. Carbs.
Carb.
Carbs.
Carb.
Carbs.
Carbs.
Carbs. Good.
Carbs.
Known.
Known.
And
Known.
obesity. Obesity.
Obesity.
Excellent.
Obesity.
Okay. Could you read this for me, Negan?
We need to lose weight. She said. He said. What do you mean, we? She said. I mean me. I'm 20 pounds overweight, and so are we. Are you? We have to worry about diabetes. We know, that happens to people who gain weight and don't exercise, he said. We get plenty of exercise walking around the city. Remember walking up the Central Park last week? She said, yes, but we only do that about once a month. We should start eating ice cream, candy, cake, cookies, and cupcakes. He said, you forgot me. Okay, sure we start next month. She laughed. She said, today is only the first day of the month. Let's start tomorrow. He agreed. He put on his shoes. She asked, where are you going? He said, where do you think? I'm going shopping. We need blood once week or night before the suffering starts tomorrow.
Okay, very nicely done. Now we're going to hear from Adela. Adela,
Okay.
would you read, please?
Yes. Stress eating sounds like a serious eating condition. It can be the case for many individuals. However, for those who think stress eating is not a problem for them, they may be stress snaking and not even be aware they are doing it. The term stress snaking is simply less perilous sounding than stress eating, but that is not necessarily the case. Snaking on chips, crackers, chocolate bars, and other sugar-laden snacks when stressed in the unhealthy for many reasons. First, there's the fact that these snacks are unhealthy and are loaded with carbs, salt and sugar. These foods harden arteries and lead to weight gain over time, sometimes known as obesity. Secondly, snacking during periods of stress is habit forming.
Okay, great. So now let's take a look at our word aware. This is aware, aware, aware.
Aware,
Good. Loaded, loaded.
loaded,
hmm And that was it. Do you know what this word
habit,
habit forming? Habit
habit,
habit forming.
habit.
What does habit
Ha-
forming? What does habit forming mean?
this is the habit about fit exercise, no? The
Something that you can do on a regular basis could become a habit. Something that you do regularly. What does obesity mean?
obesity is overweight,
hmm
but I'm more
Good.
overweight.
Good. Okay, Adela, can you read this for me?
Yes, we need to lose weight, she say. He say, what do you mean? Why? We? She said, I mean you and me. I'm 20 pounds overweight, and so are you. We have to worry about diabetes, you know. That happens to people who gain and don't exercise. He said, we did plenty of exercise walking around the city. Remember walking up to Central Park last week? She said, yes, but we only do at that about once a month. We should stop eating ice cream, candy, cars, cookie, and cupcakes.
Okay, that word is
Uh,
cake. That word is
cake.
cake. Hmm.
Yes, it's a short screen. Sorry, I don't see very well.
Hmm.
Cake, cookies, and cupcakes. He said, you forgot pie. Okay, shall we start next month? She laughed. She said, today's only the first day on the month. Let's start tomorrow. He agreed. He agreed. He put on his shoes. He asked, where are you going? He said, where do you think? I'm going shopping. We need two applers, media. Sorry,
Okay, I'm
finish.
sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, continue. He put on his shoes.
Yes, but okay. She asked, where are you going? He said, where do you think? I'm going shopping. We need two applers on sweets all night before the suffering starts tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. All right, so coming back, now we're going to take a look at what we read and see how much of what we read do we actually understand. Antonio, can you summarize for me in about 30 seconds anything that you remember that you read? I want you to constantly talk for 30 seconds. Do not stop talking until I ask you to stop, even if you say the same thing over and over and over again. I want you to talk for a complete 30 seconds, telling me anything that you remember about what you read. On the count of three, you may begin. 1, 2, 3. You may begin, Antonia.
Mhm. Well, I remember that the text said the stress can be you have a bad healthy. When you have stress, you frequently have
Hmm.
chips, chocolate, and other products which have a lot of carbohydrates.
Okay,
These
very good.
carbohydrates.
Okay, you may. Thank you very much.
Hmm.
Adela, 30 seconds at the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, I agree with Antonio because the stress generate bad habits, because you eat a lot of carbohydrates,
Continue talking. 10 more seconds.
because it's a they are a substance relaxing
Okay,
the
thank you.
body.
Thank you, Adela. Nigan, can you talk for 30 seconds? Anything that you can remember? 1,
Yes,
2, 3.
let's talk about the stress eating. Eat food unhealthy for the unhealthy. For example, chef, snack, and sugar. Must people to waste again, weight gain.
Okay, thank you, Nigan. Very nicely done. All right, so now we're going to another activity, which is fun and it will keep you talking. You're going to have a dialogue. Negan, I want you to be A, and Adela, I would like for you to be B. Negan, you may start.
Yes, we need to lose weight.
What do you mean we?
I mean, you and me are 20 pounds overweight, and so are you. We have to worry about diabetes. That happens to people who gain weight and don't exercise.
We got plenty of exercise walking around the city. Remember walking up to Central Park last week?
Yes, but we only do that about once a month. We should start eating ice cream, candy, cake, cookie, and cupcakes.
You forgot pie. Okay, shall we start next month?
today, today is only the first day of the month. Let's start tomorrow.
I agree.
Where you putting on your shoe? Where you going?
Where do you think? I'm going shopping. We need to splash on street all night before the suffering start tomorrow.
Okay, very nicely done. Antonio, would you be letter A? And Negan, I want you to be letter B. When you're
Okay.
ready, you may start.
Okay. We need to lose weight. No, this is not the page. See, yes, we need to lose weight.
What do you mean, we?
I mean, you and me. I'm 20 pounds overweight, and so are you. We have to worry about diabetes. You know, that happens to people who gain weight and don't exercise.
We get plenty of exercise walking around the city. Remember walking around the Central Park last week?
Yes, but we only do that about once a month. We should stop eating ice creams, candy, cake, cookies, and cupcakes.
You forgot this. Okay, should we start next month?
Today's only the first day of the month. Let's start tomorrow.
I agree.
Why are you putting on your shoes? Where are you going?
Where do you think I'm going shopping? We need to splurge on sweet on night before the suffering starts tomorrow.
Okay, great. Now I want Adela to be letter B. Antonio, you will be A. Adela, you'll have to make up what you want to say.
I'm A or B? Sorry.
You are Adela, you are B.
B. I invent. More or
Okay.
less.
Adela, you are B. Antonio, you are A.
Okay.
Antonio, start.
Okay. We need to lose weight.
Do you refer we? Who?
Just keep talking. Just make something else. Continue, Antonio.
Okay. I mean, you and me. I'm 20 pounds overweight, and so are you. We have to worry about diabetes. You know, that happens to people who gain weight and don't exercise.
And pie. Remember the pie. But I. Do you remember I walking around the Central Park?
Yes, but we only do that about once a month. We should stop eating ice cream, candy, cake, cookies, and cupcakes.
Next month we start a diet.
Today is only the first day of the month. Let's start tomorrow.
Oh no, I start tomorrow. I don't remember.
Okay, that's okay. Just make something else.
Okay, where are you putting all your shoes? Where are you going?
I'm going to shopping because I need to have this night a lot of sweets to start tomorrow.
Of
Okay.
course.
Okay, so now we have Negan. Negan, you will be B. Antonio, you are A.
Okay.
Antonio is A.
Okay. We need to lose weight.
What do you mean, we?
I mean, you and me. I'm 20 pounds overweight, and so are you. We have to worry about diabetes. You know, that happens to people who gain weight and don't exercise.
We get plenty of exercise walking around the city. Remember, we walk to the Central Park.
Yes, but we only do that about once a month. We should stop eating ice creams, cake, candy, cookies, and cupcakes.
I agree.
Then we start next month. Today is only the first day of the month. Let's start tomorrow.
Where do you think I'm going shopping? We need splurge on a sweet alright
For
before
that,
the
you are
shopping
putting
starts
on your
tomorrow.
shoes.
Okay. Okay, you all did fantastic. Thank you for that. Now we're going to take a look at the vocabulary. We had some vocabulary words: stress, perilous, carbohydrates, arteries, and obese. Now, when we take a look at these words, we're going to create a little story based upon something that we remember. For example, here is my story. We know that stress means that you're, like this picture here is stressed. This person is stressed in this picture. This man is stressed. Picture is just, he's just stressed. So we need to remember what the word looks like when we talk about stressed. We think of carbohydrates here. It's lots. We see this one as perilous. And this is carbohydrates again. And this is something about the arteries getting hard. And this is gaining weight. And this is obesity. Okay? So now we're going to create our little story. And I'll do it first. I'll start first. I will start with my word as carbohydrates. Get that here. Now, here's my story. Yesterday, I was so stressed from being outside in the heat that I decided that if I didn't drink enough water and I continued to eat all of those carbohydrates such as potato chips, cakes, and cookies, my arteries were going to swell up. Not only was my arteries going to swell up, but I was putting my life in a perilous situation and I might become obese. Okay? Now, let us hear from Antonio. Could you create your story for me, Antonio?
Sorry. Well, in the history, I have to use this words, no?
Yes, you need to use
Okay.
these words. That is correct.
Well,
You can look at the pictures if you need to.
well, for example, the week is starting, and a person he has a lot of work. Then he is very stressed. Then this person he this person makes the homework, and after that have lunch, but his lunch is has a lot of carbohydrates, and the problem is these products are bad, are or have perilous, because could be break your arteries. Furthermore, he could gaining weight and become in obesity.
Okay, great. Very good, Antonio. Thank you.
It's difficult.
Okay. I know, but you did good. You continue to talk. Okay, Adela?
Okay. I'm a lot stressed because my mother is gaining weight. It's possible will be obese in the future. The doctor, no, obese in the future. The doctor say her they don't need to eat carbohydrates, carbs, because are very perilous for this artery.
Great. Okay, and Negan?
Yes. My cousin, she feels stressed with eating. He's eats a lot of fresh meat. Gets a lot of carbohydrates, and it makes her priceless. Her healthy and get her he get away again and a fresh enthusiast and she day by day abreast
Okay.
and your healthy gets degrees empirics.
Okay. Good. You all are doing amazingly well with that. Thank you so much. I appreciate your efforts in getting that done. So now, with that said, let's take a look at our last activity for today with this word. Negan, you have seen this, but I'm going to do a little something different than I did before. And also, so we're going to share the screen once more. I want you
Yes.
to look at this question. I want you to read exactly what you see, and then I want you to tell me something using these words in your perilous. These are words from the story. Okay. Can you give me one other word that was in our story, Negan? In our story today. What was in our story today?
People carbohydrates.
Okay, tell me again. Carbohydrates?
Carbohydrates and stress.
Okay, that's enough. Just one. Okay, now read this for me. Read this one for me. And then I want you to tell me a story about success and these words. Okay? Whenever you're ready, you may start. Negan.
Yes.
Read. Thomas Credit.
Thomas Credit. His success to his team and himself. He may always attributed his success to his team.
Now use these words. Continue the story. For example, you could say.
Yes.
Say.
This Thomas was afraid gaining weight. Here feels serious about the not being opacity. He didn't eat carbohydrates.
Okay, so read. Thomas was afraid of gaining weight. He was serious about not being known as obese. He did not eat a lot of carbohydrates, so he was not in a perilous situation. Can you read that?
Yes.
Okay.
Thomas was afraid of gaining weight. He was serious about not being known as obese. Obese. He didn't eat a lot of carbohydrates, so he was not in a perilous situation.
And this is carbohydrates. Okay?
Carbohydrates.
Okay, great. All right, now let's go with Adela. What word would you like for me to use, Adela? Give me a word. Give me a word from the story, Adela. One word from. I'm sorry.
Arteries.
Spell it for me. Arteries.
Yes, A-R-T-E.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Read this and then give me your story.
Thomas credits his success to all his team and not himself. He always attributes his success to his team. This is perilous because your boss can think about this lazy, and they are so sad eat a lot of food,
Hmm.
and in 2 months, this is an obese.
Okay.
And the surgery has very close.
Hmm.
They have an attack, the heart attack.
Okay. Very nice. So we have Antonio is no longer in the forum, but that's perfectly fine. So you guys did a wonderful job today. Thank you for that. What questions can I answer for you, Adela, about today's lesson?
No,
Did you
I
enjoy today's lesson?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Again, what I wish for each of you is the ability to speak quickly without thinking in your native language. When you're able to speak quickly and easily in your native language, you're well on your way to speaking excellent English without learning grammar. You are going to be able to do this, but it is going to take practice and daily participation. If you can't come online, practice at home with your family and friends, whatever you want to do just to make it something easy for you to do. Negan, what would you like to add to our discussion for today? Negan, what would you
Uh,
like to add?
I joined third class. I have the last before I give you some questions.
Hmm.
Today I love your lesson
Hmm.
and I love you. You very very.
Okay, I love you too, and you're
Thank
very.
you.
I love your excitement and your desire to be
Uh,
able to speak. I really
yes, I
enjoyed
have
that.
one
Hmm.
question for you.
What is that, please?
I don't know. I don't know why. Uh, the reason why I learned English for a long time, but I don't improve.
Hmm. Well, I
Yes.
think what happened, Negan, is that you weren't really ready to learn, and sometimes it takes a while. I believe what you did do in the past has made a difference in what you're able to do now. You just weren't ready to contribute. If you went to class every day and you tried everything that the teacher told you to do, I'm not exactly sure why you did not improve, but I do believe in the strategies that I'm using, that if you use the strategies that I'm using and I present to you, you will be able to speak and you will be so pleased. I would say within the next 5 to 10 classes, after a total of 10 classes with me, you should be able to speak uh, a lot easier. But in the first 3 classes that you've had, you have done remarkably well. So just imagine what it's going to be like probably next week. So just continue to practice, believe in yourself, and give yourself permission to make mistakes. Do not believe that everything that you do as you're doing it has to be perfect, because it does not need to be perfect. When we strive for perfection at the beginning, we tend to not do so well. We get frustrated and we give up. You are very dedicated. You're showing responsibility for your own learning. This is why you're
Yes.
doing well. So continue to practice, and your improvement will continue to grow and grow and grow. And I would love to find out what areas of weakness you think that you really have. For example, what would you like to be able to read? Is there a type of text that you would like to read and you're having difficulty expressing that text? I'm sure once you read it, you understand what you read, but is it a particular word ending that you're not understanding how to pronounce? What is it? But if you don't know what it is, I will continue to observe and make notes about you as I'm doing now on my little tablet, and I will help you develop based upon what I observe as a weakness for you and turn all of your weaknesses into your strengths. All right? But thank you very much for participating and all that you bring to our session in the conversational hour. Let me see if I can find us yet one more activity. Will take us to the top of the hour, and we can
Yes.
talk about, um, let's see.
Yes. I am one question for you more.
Okay, go ahead. What is your question for me?
Yes. I want to join examination. TOEIC examination but I want did how do I improve English?
Okay, you improve English by doing exactly what you're doing now. You want to continue practicing. You must remember that you should be patient with yourself and practice, practice, and practice. See,
So
English is a process, and you've got to learn the process. And that process is just practicing and being patient with yourself, making mistakes and learning from your mistakes. That's what you have to do. Okay? I'm
yes,
listening. Continue.
yes. But I don't understand when I listen the conversation on CD
Hmm.
and video. If I try my best to um, test myself to examination.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't understand.
Okay, and I believe I understand what you're saying, Negan. So the only thing that I can tell you is this: people learn differently, and they have different ways of learning. It is quite possible that you actually need a coach, someone that will talk you through the process, as I've done in the very first class when we did not have as many students. You may do better with someone talking to you instead of you listening to a tape or CD. When you listen to a tape or CD, that tape or CD does not talk back to you. But as you're talking with me, I'm interacting with you, which makes it immediate. You get that immediate feedback, and you know what areas you're doing incorrectly, and you know what areas you're not doing something correctly. So, with
Yes,
that said, if you continue to come to my classes, even though you may not be the only one in class, you will learn one thing and you practice that one thing. Then, if you decide to take private lessons, you will improve tremendously because my approach is very similar, but it is uniquely different. But that session, those types of sessions will be something that you will have to pay for independent of what you're doing now. Okay? Adela, what did you want to add or what would you like to say? Adela, would you like to say something? Please unmute your microphone if you wish to speak, Adela.
yes. I think her
No,
her
no,
microphone have.
no, Negan. Adela should be speaking. Adela, please unmute your microphone. Okay, maybe Adela does not want to speak. Okay, Negan, unmute your microphone and look at the image that is on the screen. Negan, unmute your microphone and look at the image that is on the
Yes,
screen.
I can see your screen.
What is that? What do you see on the screen?
I think that one animal sits on the sofa
It's called a couch potato.
and take a potato.
Couch.
Called
A
couch,
couch.
a
Cow.
couch potato.
This is cow.
Cow,
Ow.
cow, ow, ow. Cow,
Couch. Couch.
couch,
Couch.
couch,
Couch.
couch,
Couch
couch,
potato.
couch potato,
That's a couch
potato,
potato. And a couch potato,
a couch potato, a couch potato. A couch potato is a person.
a couch potato is a person that sits on the couch all day.
What does it mean, couch potato?
This is what a couch potato means. A couch potato means someone who sits on the couch all day.
Some, yes,
Okay? A couch potato is someone that sits on the couch all day. That is what a couch potato is. Okay? A couch potato is someone that sits on the couch all day. All right? Do you understand?
yes, I understand.
Okay, I'm not sure why I can't get this.
The cow, what, is it mean chair on
Mm-hmm.
sofa, the center
Yes.
sofa?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. This is a couch.
Yes,
Okay? That's a couch. And this is
and
this represents a person. Okay? So this word is couch. Cow ouch.
couch,
Couch.
couch,
Couch.
Couch.
Hmm.
Couch.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
couch potato is the person that sits on the couch all day.
All day.
All day.
All day. Now, Negan,
All
do you
day.
do you know what an idiom is? Negan, have you heard the
Yes.
word couch potato?
Yes. The first time I hear you.
Okay. Have you heard of an idiom before?
Not yet.
Okay, this is an idiom. This is an idiom. This phrase is an idiom. Okay?
Okay.
So that's an idiom. A couch potato is an idiom. Couch potato.
Couch potato.
A couch potato is an idiom. A couch potato is an idiom. Okay?
Okay.
So what is the idiom today? Couch potato. A couch
These
potato.
are the best couch potato.
Mhm.
Couch potato.
That's
Is it
correct.
correct?
Yes, a couch potato. It is correct. A couch potato is an idiom. All right?
Yes. It used to say some people sit on the chair all day for a
That
long
mean,
time.
yeah, that means that that person is lazy. It means that the person is lazy. That's what it means. A couch potato is someone that is lazy.
Okay,
That's,
understood.
you got it. Okay. Thank you so much, Negan. Thank you very much for your time, your efforts, and your energy today. Final
Bye bye.
words, Negan, before we leave. Final words, Negan.
Yes. Thank you very much. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you for your helping. I love you.
Okay. It is my pleasure. I love you too. Thank you so much. Adela, final words.
Um,
Yes.
yes, this is uh, a good class, Christina.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I have one class following this one. If you wish to join, please join me in 5 minutes. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank
See
you.
you later.